this empty lot was where my grandfather lived.
Wow.
Okay, this empty lot right here. And this empty lot,
And your grandfather's name was?
Thomas Smith.
Thomas Smith.
And his girlfriend was Mrs. Inez.
Inez.
Yeah. And I said girlfriend because my grandmother had already died.
Okay.
And so he lived with this woman by the name of Inez, I-N-E-Z. And so we call her Aunt Inez. Okay? Now, if you look very closely, you can see configure the house where the driveway was.
Yeah, right here
Okay,
with the gravel.
Yep. And the house was right in this area. Okay? And that house that is abandoned now, his brother lived there.
Wow.
His brother was named Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy Smith.
Jimmy Smith used to live here.
Jimmy Smith is the father of Jimmy Smith that lived in Maryland, that your father knows.
Got it.
Yeah. He's named after his father.
Timmy is named after Jimmy.
Yeah. His father was named James Smith.
Wow.
Okay? And what James Smith, right there, what he did was, they lived in that house with a woman by the name of Aunt Hessie.
Aunt Hessie.
Yeah. Jimmy Smith died. I didn't know him. And, but Aunt Hessie I knew. Okay? She never dressed up. She always was in a nightgown.
Always in a nightgown.
Yeah.
Wow.
Couldn't stand it. Even to this day, I still can't stand a woman in a nightgown.
Comfort.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, no, can't stand it. That White House there, the Gaines lived in there. That was the Gaines house. That White House there.
Wow.
Now, I might be the owner of this land.
You might be the owner of this
I might
land?
be the owner. And the reason why is because my last name is Smith. Okay? And I am the grandson of Thomas Smith.
Wow.
And even though the Browns are older, their last name is Brown and
Right.
not Smith.
Right. So do you think perhaps this land is vacant because...
Well, I'm not paying taxes on it. So
Okay, right. But I mean, if anybody wants in the family, here we go. Come on back to the Heights.
If your last name is Smith,
Come on back to the Heights.
you can come
The
back
Heights
to
will
the
be
Heights
waiting for you.
and claim it. Yes, sir. I don't want it.
Wow. Can you tell us any fond memory of this area?
Absolutely. We would go to right over here was it was an orange house. It was brick, but it was orange, and the steps was over here, and and as you can see where the driveway.
Right.
I can tell you, and I'll never forget. In 1959, I was like 6 or 7 years old. It was 59, because my grandfather came down the street, and it wasn't paved. It had rained the day before, and so it was muddy. He came down his brand new Buick. Yep. And at that time, 59 Buicks were long with a fishtail. I was playing in the street, and he just drove right by me. And he was still our grandfather. All the older ones, Shirley, Jaylee, George, Teddy, myself, Aunt Juliet, Aunt Tricia, we remember our grandfather very well.
Yeah. Just like how all my cousins remember our granddaddy.
Yeah. No, but now, my grandfather he made a lot of money. He worked at the Navy Yard that we just saw, where they had those booms.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't see it before. But as we go down Spruce,
Yeah.
we saw where he had worked. And he always had a lot of money. He was a stevedore.
Mm.
Now, also in the same area is where my great-grandfather raised, he lived here as well,
Wow.
okay? And he had the two sons, James, we call him Jimmy, and Thomas. That's my grandfather.
Okay. Wow. So this was your grandfather's.
Yeah, this was our grandfather.
This was it.
Yeah.
This is the Smith land.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was the Smith one.
This is the Smith
Probably
land.
go downtown. Search the field card. Yeah, this is the Smith
This is
land.
it. We're in the Heights.
Yeah.
All right. The
Now
journey
we're gonna
continues.
Go by Boxwood, the next street over, and that's where Aunt Sister lives.
On Sister.
Okay.
All right.
And Aunt Sister is, that's Shirley's mother.
Right.